Hello students, Sem 6, chapter number 3, The Ant and the Grasshopper, which was written by W.S. Morgan, in which we already seen that two opposite character, ant and grasshopper, already opposite to each other. As you know that ant, busiest insects, weather, grasshopper, laziest insects. In this story, there are two characters, Tom and George. Tom is like grasshopper and George, who is like ant. One brother want to work day and night, want to become something, want to bright his career. At that time, the career is already bright because he has a lot of skill to bright his career. At that time, he doesn't choose career, he didn't choose career and spent his life into wandering from here and there to take money from another person, to borrow money from another person, actually his brother. Let's see that. What were you doing into the summer time? Saving your presence. I sang all day, all night. When ant asked to grasshopper that how you spent your summer time at that time, grasshopper replied it that I saving my presence. I sang day and all night. I do nothing into summer. I do nothing into winter because I am not gathering food for myself. I am not making nest for the winter time. So I just live the life to singing, nothing else. You sang? Why? Then go and dance. At that time, ant asked it that why you sang? Go and do dance into this season. Actually, there was an incident about that. Just a minute. Grasshopper come to ant when the winter started and he has no food to eat. At that time, it come to ant that please give me some food, I am very starving. At that time, ant asked him that what were you doing into your summer time? He replied that I sang. At that time, ant taunted him, go and dance, why are you coming here? If you like to sing, then sing and dance. I do not ascribe it to propensity on my part, but rather to innocence of childhood. At that time he said that in my childhood I was very innocent. I am not understanding that I have to put something for my next season. I cannot understand that. I could not understand that. Which is deficient in moral sense. That I don't never quite reconcile myself to the lesson. At that time, he accepts that I cannot reconcile myself to take a lesson, to teach the lesson that I have to reconcile myself in that sense. My sympathies were with the grasshopper and for some time I never saw an ant without putting my foot on it. My sympathy, daya, karuna, were with the grasshopper for some time. I am very kind about the grasshopper. When it come to me and ask me about the food, it was touching me at that time. But when the next moment when I thought that what it did when all the collected food, at that time my sympathy melted. I never saw an ant without putting my foot on it. In this summary fashion, I showed to express my disapproval or of persistence and common sense. Even I cannot व्यक्त करूँ, even I cannot give him my sympathy, because there is guiltness on my mind that how can an insects not gathered food for its season. So in the next moment when I thought about it, there is no sympathy for it. I could not help thinking of this fable when the other hand I saw George Ramancy lounging by himself in a restaurant. It is a fable story that you all know, that the grasshopper and the ant. Now the real story started. George was thinking about it that time when he was giving an interview into the restaurant. George Ramsay shared the above story when he introduced himself into a restaurant. I never saw anyone wear an expression of such deep gloom, Atmaglani, Vilap, Dukh. I never saw anyone, he never saw anyone that the expression of such deep gloom. He was staring into space. He looked as though the burden of the whole world set on his shoulder. At that time, he looked through that, the burden, the bar, whole world put on his shoulder. The responsibility of the whole world was put on his shoulder. At that time, he was feeling like that. I was sorry for him when he could not help to his younger brother. At that time, he was little bit sorry for it. I suspected at once that his unfortunate brother had been causing trouble again. At that time, he was terror. He was frightened that his suspected brother again come to him and making a trouble for him also. At that time, I went up to him and held out my hand. At that time, he went there and held his hand to him and said, "How are you?" At that time, he answered, "I am not hilarious spirit." He was very angry at that time because his brother did not give him money. So he replied his very angerness. We can see the angerness in his word, that how rude he was with his brother at that time when he asked about his health. I am not in hilarious spirit. Hilarious is ભયાનક. હું બહુ ખરાબ સ્થિતિમાં નથી. Is it Tom again? At that time he asked that, "Are you becoming Tom again?" He signed, "Yes, it's Tom again." At that time he said that, "Yes, I be Tom again. I don't want to be on. I don't want to see my career. I don't want to choose my career. I just want to be free. I just want to be wandering. I want to be waste my life." Why don't you chuckle? You have done everything in the world for him. You did everything for him. You must know by now that's quite hopeless. At that time he saw it that. You must know how to know that that's quite hopeless. I suppose every family has a black sheep is the sign of wealthy. Tom had been a sore trial for 20 years. He tried 20 years to take out money from here and there. He had begun life decently enough. He went into business, married, and 2 children. The Ramsays were perfectly respectable people. There was every reason to suppose that Tom Ramsay would have a useful and honorable career. But one day, when the career was started, at that time, without warning, he announced that he didn't like work and that he wasn't suited for marriage. At that time, when his brother explained him that please be married and choose a career and try to stable in your life, at that time he said that I don't want to be married, I don't want to be choose a career, I don't want to be anything, I just want to be I want to be free myself. At that time he answered like that, at that time he replied like that. He left his wife and Hofish. He wanted to enjoy himself and he would listen. He didn't like to work and that wasn't suited for marriage. He wanted to enjoy himself. He would listen to be explosions. He left his wife and his Hofish. He had a little money and he spent 2 happy years in the various capitals of Europe. Rumors of his doing reached his relations from the time and they were profoundly shocked after wasting all the monies. Actually, he left the house with all settled home, all the things. He put it out and little bit money he take it out and wandering in the Europe. At that time when he wasted the money were spent at that time. He certainly had a very good time. They shook their heads and asked what would happen when his money was spent. They soon found out he borrowed. He was charming and unscrupulous. I have never met anyone to whom it was more difficult to refuse a loan. At that time, he asked everyone to give him money because he want to pay his loan that he was taken for his startup. At that time, nobody want to give him money. I have never met anyone to whom it was more difficult to refuse a loan. He made a steady income for his friend and he made his friend easily. But he always said that the money you spent unnecessarily was boring. The money that was amusing to spend was the money you spent on luxury. You are not saving the money when you have. You spent the money on your luxurious life. For this depended on the brother George. He did not waste his charm on him. George was a serious man and sensible person. George was respectable. Once or twice he fell to Tom's promise of amendment and gave him considerable sums in order that he might make a fresh start. At that time he wanted to start it again. On this, Tom bought a motor car and some very nice jewelry. When George gave him money to start up his business again, at that time he spent the money on the luxurious car and the jewelry. Just thinking out that. On this, Tom bought a motor car and some jewelry. But when circumstances forced George to realize that his brother would never settle down and he washed his hands for him. Tom, without qualm, began to blackmail him. It was not very nice for a respectable lawyer to find his brother second cocktail behind the bar for his favorite restaurant, or to see him waiting on the box seat of a taxi outside his club. Tom said that to serve in a bar or drive a taxi was a perfectly decent occupation, but if George could oblige him with a couple of £100, he didn't mind for the honor of the family giving it up. George paid. Once, Tom nearly went to prison. George was terribly upset. He went into the whole discreditable affair. Really, Tom had gone too far at that time. He cannot come out because he had spent a lot of money on him. He had been wild, thoughtless and selfish, but he had never before done anything dishonest. Though he has no money, he did not become dishonest person at that time. It is very interesting thing. By which George meant illegal, and if he were prosecuted, he would assuredly be convicted. But you cannot allow your only brother to go to a gaol. The man Tom had cheated, a man called Cronshaw, was vindictive. He was determined to take the matter into court. He said Tom was only scroddle and should be punished because he was not serious about his life, and that's why he has to be punished. It cost George an infinite deal of trouble and £500 to settle the affair. I have never seen him in such a rage. And when he heard that Tom and Cronshaw had gone off together to Monte Carlo the moment they cashed the check, they spent a happy month there. For 20 years, Tom raged and grumbled, philandered and prettiest girls, danced, ate in the most expensive restaurant. At that time, Tom also wandered into the restaurant and spent his life in a luxurious manner. He dressed beautifully. He always looked as if he had just stepped outside the bandbox. Though he was 46, you would never have taken him for the more than 35. He was most amusing companion, though you knew he was perfectly worthless. You could not but such his society. He has high spirits, an unfalling gaiety, and incredible charm. I never got to contributes he regularly levied on me on necessity of his existence. He never thought about his life seriously. He has a debt then. I never lent him £50 without feeling that I was in his debt. Tom Ramsay knew everyone and everyone knew Tom Ramsay, George's little brother. You could not approve of him, but you could not help liking him. Poor George, only a year older than his separation brother. His brother departed from him, and only a year later, only a year after, he was feeling gloomy at that time because he was not living with his brother. Looked 60, and the tension can see on his age. He was only 35 or 45 years old, but he looked like he was 60 years old. He had never taken more than 4 nights holiday. Fortnight, it means to 15 days. As you know that a week, it means 7 days. Fortnight, it means 15 days. He never take holiday without 15 days. It is compulsory, and then after he can say that, take it. In the year of 4 a quarter of a century, he was in his office every morning at 9:30 and never left it till 6. Actually, he want to keep himself into busy manner, and that's why he reached at the office at the 9:30, and he cannot come out from the office till 6 o'clock because he want to keep himself busy. He was honest, industrious and worthy. He had a good wife to whom he had never been unfaithful, even in thought, and 4 daughters to whom he was the best father. It means we can say that for his separate family, he was the perfect person. But there was a guiltness in his mind, that there was guiltness in his soul that he could not be a good brother. He made a point of saving a third of his income, and his plan was to retire at the 55, a little house in the country where he proposed to cultivate his garden and play golf. Actually, his plan was settled out. He planned that now whatever income he earned, he put out third part from the income aside, and then after, when he was retired, at that time he owned a house. He purchased a house in his country, in his area, and there he cultivated a garden. It means there was a nature in his mind. We can see that, completely see that. His life was blameless. Nobody can blame on him. He was glad that he was growing old because Tom was growing too old. He rubbed his head and said, "It was all very well done. Tom was young and good looking, but he is only a year younger than I am. In 4 years, he will be 50. It was very well done. Tom was young and good looking and younger brother than him. In 4 years, it means after 4 years, he will be 50 years. It means 46 years old at that time he was. He won't find life so easy then. I shall have 30,000 pounds by the time I am 50. For 25 years, I have said that Tom would end in the gutter. At that time, he was thinking that when I was retired, at that time, Tom has nothing to save, and that's why he had death into the gutter. And we shall see how likes that. We shall see. It really pays best to work, to be an idle, also lazy." Poor George. I sympathized with him when he tried to explain his brother about the real life. At that time, Tom answered him that, "I wonder now, as I sat down beside him, what infamous thing Tom had done." George was evidently very much upset. "Do you know what happened now?" he asked me. I was prepared for the worst. I wondered if Tom had got into the hand of the police at last. George could hardly bring himself to speak. I wonder if Tom had got into hand of the police at last. George could hardly bring himself to speak. George has nothing to speak because Tom talked with him in a rude manner. "You are not going to Danny to refuse." It means to Danny, manai karvi, na padvi. "That all life I have been hard-working, decent, respectable and straightforward. After a life of industry and thrift, I can look forward to retiring on a small income in gilt-edged securities. I have always done my duty in that state of life in which it has pleased to Provincence to place me. True. And you can't deny that Tom has been an idle, worthless, dissolute, and discourageable rough. If there were any injustice, he would be the workhouse. True. George grew red in face because he was angry at that time. He was very angry at that time. A few weeks ago, he became engaged to a woman old enough to be his mother. Just thinking out that for the money, for the wealth, he was engaged with a girl, actually woman, who was nearly his mother's age. But she was wealthy, and that's why he engaged with him again. And now she's died and left him everything she had. And whatever she had, she left me, for me. £500,000 and a yacht, a house. Which kind of property she left for him? So £500,000. Yacht. Do you know what is yacht? દરિયામાં જે આપણે હેલિકોપ્ટર પ્રાઇવેટ કહી શકીએ એ રીતે બોટ જે પ્રાઇવેટ છે જેને યાચ તરીકે ઓળખવામાં આવે છે. A house in London, a private boat, we can say that, a private ship. And a house in the country, in motherland. Country, it means your born place, area, region. George Ramsay beat his clenched on the fist on the table. He was very angry at that time. He fist on the table and said that it's not fair. I tell you, it's not fair. It's not fair. अन्याय નથી. It's not loyalty. I could not help it. At that time, Tom answered him that I could not help you because it's all mine. You worked day and night and gathered little much. I do nothing in my life and I get this. What a luck. I burst into a shout of anger as I looked at George's wrathful face. I rolled into my chair. I very nearly fell on the floor. George never forgave me. But Tom often asked me to do excellent dinners in his charming house in Mayfair. And if he occasionally borrows a trifle from me, that is merely from force of habit. It is never more than a sovereign. Raja Sahib. We can say that it is the luck of Tom, but according to my point of view, luck is not giving to a company to everyone, and we cannot totally dependent on luck. So we have to work like, and we cannot be a grasshopper, because every grasshopper not get the food by the end. So hopefully you all work, you all read for your exam, not dependent on anybody. Till then, have a nice day.